Ladies and gents, welcome back to the channel. I am Sefian FM. As you can definitely tell throughout all these videos, I'm a Liverpool fan through and through. So that is why we have a lot of Klopp tactics that we cover on this channel. But today is no different. We have one called the Empire of Klopp. There's sadly nothing but a pretty cool screenshot on the Steam Workshop where I got this from. It is by someone called Christos Giovanni. Sadly, again, there's nothing really, there's no description. The two comments are depending on the opponent. Not sure what that's to. And then, hi, bud, do you use any OIs with this instruction, opposition instruction? So that's all we have. But looks like a fairly standard 4-2-3-1, a sweeper keeper in attack, complete wingbacks on the left and right in support, ball playing defenders in defend, a box to box in support next to a ball winning midfielder in defend, inside forwards on both sides. And then sandwiched in there is an attacking midfielder in support, and up front is a pressing forward, this time in attack. Attacking mentality, as we've been seeing lately, in possession, attacking with his fairly wide, approach play, pass into space, overlap in the left and right, play out of defense, whip crosses, work the ball in the box, be more expressive. I forgot, passing directives is shorter and tempo is higher. In transition, you got counter press, counter, distribute quickly, distribute across the back line, and take short kicks. And then out of possession, a high press line of engagement, a higher defensive line, trigger press much more often, prevent short goalkeeper distribution, and step up more. Now, how did it do for our three teams of Tottenham, Newcastle, and Wolves? As you can see, Newcastle doing somewhat well. In the Europa League in 5th place with 65 points, generally a little higher than what they're expected. Tottenham, though, with 58, not great there. And Wolves in 11th with 51, probably about average for them. Schedule-wise, Newcastle starting out really well. Carabao Cup second round. Okay, you're out there against Everton 0-1, but a fantastic run throughout. And then you get to the FA Cup in the second half of the season, 1-4 loss in the 5th round. Tottenham having a much more spotty schedule. They do have a nice run, throughout October, but still very spotty in general. You're continuing on in the Cups until the Carabao Cup 4th round, 1-2 loss against Manchester City. Champions League, you're out. You're destroyed by Real Madrid at home, sadly. Away from home, you do get a win, but after 1-6, they probably put their babies in there. And then FA Cup there, 4th round, 1-2 against Newcastle. Ooh, and what a bad end of the season. Wolves, yeah, spotty as you would expect. Out against Leeds in the Carabao Cup 2nd round, 2-2 penalty loss. FA Cup 3rd round out against Norwich, and just very spotty. You got a run here in April. Transfer-wise, Newcastle don't really get rid of anyone. However, they do bring in a couple players. Victor Nelson from Galatasaray, Suleimana from Rio Ave, Rodrigo de Paul, Atletico Madrid, Morrison from Bayern, and then Shrewsbury Hall from Leicester. Tottenham selling on Hugo Lloris for 4.4, and then bringing in a couple of people. Traore, Wolves, again, 34.5. Semedo from Benfica B, and then Donny van de Beek from Manchester United. Wolves, we just saw Adama Traore yet again go to Tottenham for 34.5, but bringing in Chiquinho, Crespo for Fenerbahce, and Escaio from Sporting. So as usual, what does that do for our squads? As you can see, appearance-wise, Botman, Pope, and Isaac, 42 plus and 41, and Guimaraes with 41 as well. Goals-wise, 36 for Isaac, a fantastic season yet again. 10 for Almiron, St. Maximin and Joelinton with 7. Assists, 14, 8, and 7 for Trippier, Almiron, and Joelinton. And not too bad overall for the Greens in the average ratings. Matt Ritchie with 3 off the bench, 7.80. Probably should have brought on a little more. Isaac, though, was 7.39. Almiron was 7.14. Not a bad showing. Definitely less than what you would expect, but for those that did show up, not too bad. Tottenham, you've got Son, Porro, and Kulusevski all up there in appearances. Goals-wise, 28 for Kane. In general, it's kind of high, but in a lot of the tactics that we've seen, especially a lot of the good tactics, this is low for him. 18 for Son, Richard Leeson with 10. Assist-wise, only 11 for Son, Porro, and Danjuma with 8, as does Holberg and Basuma. And then average rating, you get 7.21 for Son. Kane with only a 7.06. That's not great. Don't get me wrong, it's fine, but for Kane, it's really low. And then we come to Wolves. Jose Sa with 40, Cunha with 38, 36 plus 3 for Collins. Goals-wise, Jimenez with 24. Now, that's a fantastic tally for them. 14 for Cunha, and Sarabia with 7. Assist-wise, definitely low. 10 for Podence. Cunha was 7, 6 for a couple of Sarabia and Neto. Average rating, 7.45 for Jimenez. Fantastic job there. But then all the way down to 7.03 for Sarabia. As with all the others ones that we've seen, shaky defensively, good in attack. It's pretty much the same for all three, just growing variations. You got some good attacking numbers here. If we go down to over to Tottenham, shaky defensively, very good in attack. You can see a little bit wider spread in the attacking side. Overall, though, general performance, I mean, again, some fantastic numbers, but then some not so fantastic numbers. And then you get to Wolves, and it's much lower. It is nicely spread out, and it's above the Premier League average. However, still nowhere near where you want it to be. Again, attacking numbers in the Premier Division stats. Most goals, Liverpool with 97, wow. But all three teams in there. Fewest shots against, nobody. I mean, you've got some possession. Generally, that's average, though. Dribbles made, nobody. Tackles won, nobody. Best completion, I mean, pass completion, nobody. But most shots for. So you do have the attacking side and really nothing else. Most goals, of course, Haaland gets it, but Isaac and Jimenez up there with 33 and 24 apiece. Kane getting a piece of the action. Most assists, Trippier and Son are up there. Player of the match awards, though, Isaac and Jimenez. Again, not a lot else there. I'm going to skip the goalkeepers because they're always, iffy. But defensive work's not there. Trippier and Son, no Sarabia yet again. Most key passes and most shots. We got three players in there. But overall, again, attacking-wise, not too bad. I wouldn't say exceptional. But Newcastle getting 65 points is pretty good. However, if you took control of these teams yourself, you could probably do a much better job. But there's only 89 points for Liverpool, all the way down to 80 and all the way down to 73. So there is a big disparity in the top four. And then if you look at the top seven, there's a lot of room to grow and a lot of kind of spaces that you can fill in if you do your own shouts, do your own training, do your own transfers. You could probably do a much better job than these three teams. But that is it for me, Seffian FM, for the Football Manager blog channel, saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.